Okay, I'm on my way to Fluorshire, about 2.5 miles away. Just want to give you kind of some perspective of where this is as it relates to Brandon. Right up ahead of me is Brandon Boulevard, which is the busiest part of Brandon, of course. If you look at the map, we're actually going to cross over Brandon Boulevard. If we were to take a right at this intersection, we would be basically coming right up to the Brandon Mall, where it says Brandon, basically the Brandon Mall. You can see Interstate I-75 going north and south, which is right off the Brandon Mall. Now, as you see the blue line, that's where we're going to head to this townhome. As we cross over Brandon Boulevard and continue to follow the blue line, there's another entrance into the mall. So the mall has actually several entrances based on where you're at, whether you're on Brandon Boulevard or Lumsden. So from the check mark which we're heading to the mall, it's really close, because you would kind of be going into the mall from like right there as opposed to here. So a little confusing, especially looking at this little map. But I just want to show you in perspective as we drive to the property. We're only 2.3 miles, 6 minutes away from this spot to the property. Brandon has grown up a lot. This Wawa gas station just popped up, and right on the other side of it is a Portillo's restaurant, which I guess is from Chicago. A new Chase Bank just opened up. It's my bank, but they changed location, so they're right there now. All right, we're finally about to cross. So we're crossing Brandon Boulevard, which, of course, that would be towards the mall, towards the intersection, or sorry, the interstate. Right now, we're actually on Providence. I think it's Providence Lakes Boulevard. I'm gonna shut my sunroof so it's a little quieter. Actually, I'm sorry, we're on Lakewood. It's funny, in Florida, or at least around here, the same road changed into several names. So this road right now we're on is Lakewood. Once we get past the mall and cross over Lumsden, this road turns into Providence. Same road, but it changes names. The roadway is crossed off Brandon Boulevard. That if you go further west towards Tampa, it turns into Adamo. Same road. So it can be confusing to someone who's not from here. The way the road name is based on where you are on the road, basically. So all this is really the commercial area of Brandon. There's two main roads to Brandon. There's Brandon Boulevard that we just crossed over, very commercialized. And then there's Lumsden, which we're coming up on, also very commercialized. When I mean commercialized, tons of restaurants and Home Depot and Lowe's and all types of stuff. Here's a strip mall with lots of stores. This is only 1.5 miles from the place we're going to. This restaurant just opened up. Back there is a Buffalo Wild Wings. Across the street is Carrabba's and Applebee's and other places like that. So all this stuff is just 1.5 miles from this townhome that we're going to be checking out. And that last intersection we just crossed over was another way into the mall. So I kind of missed that detail, but that would have been another way into the Brandon Mall. It would have been basically right there where I mentioned all those restaurants. So this road we're coming up on is Lumsden. Like I said, it runs the same direction as Brandon Boulevard, and the mall is sandwiched between these two roads. We just got our green light, so we're going to be kind of driving out of the commercial area and getting close to this townhome. We're only 1.2 miles from it. So that's a look down Lumsden. Kingston, and we're heading east. So we're actually heading away from the highway. And this next turn is ours. Now this is a pretty large subdivision. It's called Heather Lakes and Providence Lakes. Those are the two names. This townhome is inside Providence Lakes. It's like a little community inside of this large community. HOAs for the community, I think it's $300 a year. Maybe you don't even have it. You do have $220 a month, but that's you know, for the exterior upkeep of the building, for them to replace the roof, includes water. So $220 a month for this area is not bad. You know, townhomes generally from the low twos up to the low threes, about like $100 range. So $220 is on the lower end of that average. Most people are comfortable with $250. So right now we're in the middle of a lot of single-family homes. Like I said, this is just a small little section carved out for the townhomes. But there's all single-family homes around here in different sections. So you see the Providence Lakes sign right there. It's all gated. And we're going to see if we can get in there. Now my GPS likes to take me to this entrance, but I don't think this code works. So you know what? Looks like it's open. Huh. It worked out. There was one point where you had to use the gate on the other side of this community, but it's open, so we'll never know. So straight ahead of you is the common area, the pool. And I'm just going to do a little drive around here just to give you a little perspective of what this looks like. Like I said, they do give you a pool. I don't think they give you much else. You know, there's no fitness center. There are general parking, and then they have, you know, like so you see visitors, and then they have 1 or 2 spots for each unit. But there is visitor parking. I've never seen the parking here to be a real problem. So we're looking for 2118. That's right. Here. I think, let me see. 2118. Okay, let's take a peek. This entire complex, I don't know, there might be 10 of these buildings, 10, 12 of these buildings. Something like that. And you know, they all look the same color, all gated. So, you get the idea of what it looks like. They got the palm trees here and there. It's a breezy day. Let's take a look at the AC unit, right? That was a question. So here's your unit. I'm going to go with original. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look like it just got replaced either. And this house is 16 years old, so I'm going to go with original. Very rarely do they have a sticker or anything on there that tells you anything. Okay. People walking the dog. Alright, I'm going to, once I get inside, I'm going to shoot another video.